Yeah, hi there. These comments are for 3828, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online course called the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. And you are one of my, actually, you're not one of my online students, but you're one of my English 102B students at California State University, San Bernardino. And I'm going to go over your essay. I just read it here. And I think overall you have a fairly well organized essay. You thought about the ideas, you explained the ideas, you gave sources in there to help back up why the different views are the way they are regarding Facebook users. So the main thing here is I gave you 78% out of 100, so your weaknesses right now more are in terms of your polish, your language use. This is where you're running into more trouble. You did put a lot of thought into the paper, no doubt. I think it's much better this time than what you did before, but still, you have a lot of language use issues. So let me just point out some examples of that. So paragraph 1, you say, I'm going to report that does Facebook cause an increase. You want to say it like this: I'm going to report on whether or not Facebook causes an increase of depression in its users. When you're using Facebook, you can use singular verbs after that. Now, the next problem you have is between two words: addiction and addicts. An addict is a person who has an addiction. So you have what's called the noun thing versus the noun person. So you had a lot of problems using either addiction. You use addiction to refer to the noun thing, but also used to refer to people. But you want to say addict instead of addiction when you use it in that sense. So that was a pretty big error throughout your essay. So that's something that you can probably work on a little bit more. Okay, here's another problem. Let's go to paragraph 8 on page 3. You say in final reason supporting Facebook cause, I would probably say this: in a final reason supporting the fact that Facebook causes an increase in depression, I refer to a study and then mention it in that way. So when you're creating your complex sentences, sometimes you're not exactly sure how to do that. I noticed that was a problem that you had throughout your essay. So you might want to write these things down and go to Google and then understand more about these structures, because once you understand how to use them, you can improve your sentence style a little more than you are now. The first one is, what are noun clauses? So go to Google, what are noun clauses? Number 2, what are adjective clauses? Number 3, what are adverb clauses? So by understanding a little bit more and how to use that type of sentence structure, you can improve your polish. But that's probably not enough. The main thing for you is you understand more or less how to organize and develop your ideas, but you just need more exposure to the language. Now, you got 4 weeks coming up here. After next week, you'll be on vacation for like 30 days. So what are you going to do during that vacation? What if you watch movies? What if you watch 2 or 3 movies a week? You spend time reading magazines and newspapers. You might read some longer books. All of this practice or this exposure, it will help you in terms of your language use, because right now English is not very natural for you, so you have a lot of problems trying to express your ideas. But the more exposure you have to English, the more natural it will be for you in both your speaking and your writing. So that would be some of my recommendations. Now also, you can do some study online. If you go to A Writer's Reference by Diana Hacker, 6th edition, if you go to that website, you can do some grammar, writing, and research type practice to help you. All right, anyway, thank you very much for your completion of this project. Again, your score is 78 points out of 100.